So CNN had a change of CEOs last year, right? And they tried to come more center, right?
Oh, yeah.
Center right. MSNBC recently tried to go more center right. So what happened was everybody was accustomed to a certain product that was extremely leftist. I have family members that said, they're angry at CNN. They are angry at MSNBC because they've had a more balanced take and they are no longer watching these channels. So some of that drop off is attributed to the fact that people don't want to hear anything positive about Trump because they've been so programmed with Orange Man bad that it like the thought inside of them enrages them. And gets
So let me see if I can. I'll play this clip for you guys. This is from Jon Stewart.
Joe and I went to Mar-a-Lago to meet personally with President-elect Trump. And for those asking why we would go speak to the president-elect during such fraught times, especially between us, I guess I would ask back, why wouldn't we?
Because you said he was Hitler. I'm going to do a one-act play called Joe and Mika Go to Mar-a-Lago. Mr. President, your rhetoric is outrageous. I cannot in good conscience... Ooh, are those macaroons? The pink one is raspberry.
Yeah, man. The best part, because you called him Hitler, but that's your point. MSNBC is now saying, we're fine with Trump. Joe Scarborough... Let me see if I can find this video where he gets a standing ovation where he says there's no middle ground with Trump.
Yeah, but that's it's like bait and switch, right? But, it's like, let's say you purchase Pepsi, right? Or some drink, right? And then they change the formula. Like when Wendy's changed their French fries. What? Why would you change your French fries? You had the best French fries that could rival McDonald's French fries.
Because Hindus got mad because they were making them in beef tallow, and the Hindus are like, that's not okay with us at all.
What? Is that why?
Yeah, seriously.
Okay, so see, so now I'm not happy anymore, and I don't like Wendy's French fries anymore. So now it's like if I want junk, I go to McDonald's, right? But it's the same thing. You've changed your recipe. So people are no longer purchasing.
That's it. It's like if a Pepsi changes its recipe, is it still Pepsi? I mean, it's a different drink with the same brand name on it. It's the same thing with these guys when they change their perception or their tune. I mean, people can change, but the vast oscillation of Mika and Joe is like changing the recipe of a food and keeping the same brand name on it.
Listen to this.
And it's abrupt, too.
This is interesting. This is from April.
Me trying to understand other people. And being so pragmatic and trying to be like, I'm okay, you're okay. Now, where can we meet in the middle? La, la, la. On this question, we're past that. You can't meet. If they voted for Trump in 16, whatever. They voted for Trump in 20, they knew exactly what they were doing. If they vote for Donald Trump in 2024, and I've said it on my show, I'll say it here, they're knowingly voting for a fascist. They're voting for a racist. They're voting for somebody that wants to put this country 200 years in the back. And so I'm not trying to figure them out. I'm trying to figure out how we get people out who love democracy, who love freedom, who love the rights of all Americans, how to get them to the voting booth. Because that's how we...
And he couldn't, and Trump won, and now they're bending the knee and kissing his pinky ring.
I just want to point out that fascism is not 200 years old.
Right.
Yeah, I also want to...
It was a creation of the 20th century.
Particularly Mussolini. It was his style of government. He coined it.
Yeah, I mean, fascism started in the like around the same time as communism.
Anytime someone throws out that word from now on, and these days, I'm going to ask them to define what they mean by that. Because calling someone a fascist might have a different meaning to one guy as it does to another guy. Like corporate government collusion, like the Federal Reserve, our whole system's built on that fascist thing right now, unfortunately.
It doesn't have...
Right around the formation of Mussolini's fascism is when the Federal Reserve came around.
Any attachment to reality, though. All it means is bad thing I don't like.
When I pointed out, this was back during the election week, that David Pakman was saying, like, I'm losing all these followers and subscribers. Please don't leave. Please subscribe. We need you. We pointed out it could be bots. And I said, I don't know about paid subscribers, but Twitter followers and YouTube subscribers, definitely. And he took issue with that, saying that I suggested that the platform was creating the bots. I was like, that's not what I said. And I actually showed an article. This is from when Elon said he wanted to buy Twitter. Before he did, there was this weird moment where liberals just lost tons of followers. And they tried making the excuse that, oh, it's because liberals are fleeing. And we're like, fleeing from what? Elon's not even bought the platform. Then they said, haha, Elon, you have to buy the platform. They forced him to do it. Apparently he was trying to back out, and then they're like, nope, you signed the contract, you got to buy it. Then he did. We saw conservatives gaining tons of followers before Elon bought the platform. How does that make sense? Some said it's because conservatives are coming back. No, that I don't think that makes sense. No change had been made to the platform.
I think certain people have access to the code, and somebody had access to that algorithm, because the same thing happened to me as soon as it announced. And I think they went in and they took out whatever was nefarious in that algorithm, because they were afraid that when they purchased a platform, it would get exposed. And I don't know if Elon has, gone in and looked at previous code, but I think they went in and changed the algorithm so it wouldn't get in trouble.
That's what a lot of people thought, that they took their thumb off the scale because they knew they were going to get caught.
Right.
And so what that means is they're suppressing right-wing accounts and propping up left-wing accounts.
Correct.
And they're doing it because they want to push the liberal worldview, knowing it cannot compete in the marketplace of ideas.
Yeah, it's impossible to say for sure, but it is such an easy tactic for a government-funded agency or corporate agency to do that. A fascist agency in that instance, if the government was outsourcing it to a corporation, that'd be very fascist of them to do. It's such an easy battle tactic of the mind to create tons of fake, especially with artificial intelligence now. The advanced AI that the Navy and the military is working with, that they have access to, I could imagine you'd have a variety of communication weapons. I call them weapons because they're shaping people's minds without them knowing. You can consider that as sort of weaponization. So it is like a very, very path of least resistance assumption. I don't want to publicly make the assumption and start claiming it, obviously. We can't do that without evidence. But yeah, it seems like a damn fine possibility, and it wouldn't surprise me in the least, and I would say we should be on guard for it regardless. I want a button on YouTube where I can delete all my subscribers that haven't logged in 2 years or something.
Correct.
All my dead accounts, because they're making my algorithm look bad.
Yeah.
I put up a video, I got 30,000 followers, and it gets 600 views. Like, probably 10,000 of those people aren't even logging in. I don't know.
Thanks for checking out this clip from Timcast IRL. Make sure to watch the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Subscribe to this channel, and we will see you all there.